Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah.
Second one to know.
All right. Brennan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with the man himself, Stitch Duran. Good to see you again, Stitch.
Hey, man, welcome to Las Vegas. Now, you just moved. For you guys that don't know, he just made the move here a couple days ago. Right?
Yeah.
I made the move here 29 years ago to follow my dreams, man. Dreams do come true, man. So having me on your air is always a pleasure.
You're actually the first person I've interviewed since I've been here. So.
Oh, I see a little bit of history.
There you go.
Well, good. Well, let me give you some behind-the-scene facts that very, very few people know. I'll be working with David Benavidez this Saturday, and the father called me last week because he's done both duties, trainer, cutman, and he called me last week and asked if I'd be interested. And of course, but the storyline, I got to give you the storyline to that, right?
Okay.
So about 10 years ago, when I was still with the UFC, we did a show in London at the O2 Arena, and we're on the bus going to the weigh-ins, and Jose, the father's sitting next to me, and he's telling me that he has two sons. Both could be world champs, right? Hear that stuff all the time, right? Both champs.
Boxing dad, prideful.
Yeah. So I see them when Earl Spence fought Ugas in Dallas, and I told them, I want you guys to know, your dad told me 10 years ago, both you guys could be world champs.
Wow.
And sure enough, but then Jose, I did the Creed movie with him, and I just saw him yesterday for the first time. And then David, it's great to work with him. So, but here's the storyline, which we're competitors, right? And when Caleb Plant fought David, I'm the one that went into the dressing room to watch Jose wrap hands. And he knows I know how to wrap hands, right? So he's wrapping hands, and he twisted. Some guys twist and go between the fingers. So I say, hey, man, why are you doing that? To the point where he said, fuck you, man. And so I did what I had to do, right? And he understood. But at the end of the fight, he came, hey, man, I'm sorry, So that was a little bit of, it shows a competitiveness. But now I'm on his team, so we're gonna have it's a hell of a force, in him just to concentrate on being a coach and me concentrating on being a cutman. And like I told David yesterday is, I'm gonna keep ice on you every round, man. I'm not gonna wait till inflammation starts. I'm gonna make sure you walk out like you walk in. So that's the news, bro.
I like that. I like that. And this is your first time working with David? You never? Okay.
Yeah, for the last 15 years, the father says, I did the cuts and I worked as a trainer all 15 years with my kids. And this is the first time he's hired somebody, but it shows the intelligence of the team, the preparation, because he's going to a different level now.
Yeah, he's on that pay-per-view level now.
Yeah, of course, and like I always say, man, he's driving a Ferrari and you got this discount insurance. You can't do that, bro.
No, you can't.
We're here just to protect him and then be part of the team. So it's a hell of a move for him, and I think you'll see more teams, waking up and realizing that it's important to have a good cutman in your corner. We've seen a lot of negative fights lately, and they shouldn't happen. It's not fair to the fighters.
Yeah. Why do you feel like some teams are reluctant to hire a cutman? Are they trying to save money and penny pinch? Is that part of it?
They don't know. Well, that could be a source also, but they don't know. Like I said, man, none of us coaches, trainers, managers, none of us have to be certified to be called pros, So guys just don't know the game. That's why I try to educate.
Yeah.
I was telling David last night, the medicines I use, the applications and what they're for and so and all. So I'm going through that description with him. So now he said, I didn't know. I said, yeah, well, that's what I want to do. I want to teach you, and that's how I want to end my career here as a teacher.
For sure. Are there any other people in boxing that you're, I guess you could say maybe like your understudies for being a cutman?
Well, not understudies. It's got guys that do, that I use a lot with Top Rank. We're house cutmen, and if I need somebody else, I'll bring in guys that have a lot of MMA experience. But, Mike Bazo and Paul Querido and all these guys, they've been around the block and they've worked MMA, boxing, and all that. So, yeah, there's a group of good cutmen out there, but there's also a lot more that are wannabe cutmen that you got to be worried, right? And I'm telling David last night, look, man, if you're looking for a cutman, bro, and he puts a swab here or here, that's filthy. But also ask him with the mixture of the adrenaline chloride 1/1000, the medication. Ask him what the application is, what it does. And the guys, it stops the bleeding. Yeah, but what? Why? Oh, it coagulates it. If he tells you he coagulates it, get another cutman. It's a vessel constrictor. But that's what I'm telling you.
Just those little tidbits of information that a lot of people don't know.
Well, not little tidbit. You should know.
Very important tidbit.
Well, you should know. You should know that the medication you're putting on there is closing up the blood vessels instead of coagulating.
Yeah, so the cut doesn't re-aggravate or anything like that.
Yeah, like I was telling David, I said, when I get there, first thing I'll do is I'll squeeze the cut, and you get the little blood out of these little the little vessels. Then you put the medication, and it absorbs into the blood, and it closes up the blood vessels. Very basic, but you got to know.
Out of all the fighters you work with, like, what's been the hardest cut? Is there a cut that stands out where you're like, man?
Tons, bro.
Huh?
Yeah, tons. Jay Haran in MMA had the bloodiest fight I ever worked. That big vein, in fact, the one that Zoo had, the big type of vein, the one here, he popped it and it bled like a pig and made me, there's so much blood it made me nauseated. It's the bloodiest fight. It's in the Madsen Randy Couture's gym. Bloodiest ring ever.
I could imagine. It sounds like a butcher shop.
Yeah, and then for boxing, Klitschko, when Vladimir, when I worked with him in the first fight, he got that same cut, but then I made the doctor stop the fight.
For which fight? Which Vladimir fight?
That's when he came back from losing his world title. He fought DeVarrow Williamson.
Okay.
Outdoor Fowler. He got that unintentional headbutt, and I knew the rules, and I had the doctor stop the fight. I opened it up in front of her. She says, "Doc, what do you think?" Or Stitch, what do you think? And I've worked with her many times, Dr. Goodman. And I go like this, I say, that's pretty bad. Stopped it, went to the scorecard, she ended up winning the fight and became world champion for 8 years.
One of the longest reigns in heavyweight history.
Yeah. And he sent me a tape, man, and matter of fact, when we were doing the Creed movie, Mauricio Suleiman, Michael B. Jordan came and asked me who should give away the WBC belt in the movie. So I gave him the story of the Suleimans, and I saw Mauricio when Ugas fought Spence.
Yeah.
And I told him the story. He said, well, let's take a picture and let's send it to the brothers. Man, once we get off, I'll let you listen to what Vladimir sent me.
Okay.
Almost made me cry, man. But well, for you, I wouldn't be a world champion for 12 years. So yeah, good people.
Yeah, it's crazy how you start off as a job as a cutman. It's an overlooked job, but you're helping very prominent people achieve their goals.
It made a lot of difference for a lot of guys. Not only prominent people, but little guys too.
Yeah.
And more important, man. Like 4-rounders, 6-rounders, 8-rounders. If I'm in the same card, I don't need to charge them. It's not fair to them. It's get back.
Okay.
That's my seminar for you.
Any final message?
Nah, man. Just congratulations. Welcome to Vegas. Drink a lot of water. And follow your dreams, bro. Because look at me. I ain't no different than you. And I got a documentary coming out now called From the Fields to the Garden.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
And got a lot of good things working on me.
All right, Stitch Duran, thank you, as always. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canastota, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.